What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can see in the title, is All Blacks still favourites to win the World Cup? Yes or no? Simple question, simple answer. And obviously my question is, of course yes, they are still favourites to win the World Cup. Come on, you'd be an idiot to write this team off. And the reason why I say that is because look at what they've achieved over the past 9-10 years. They have dominated world rugby. They have been number one for that long. They have beaten everyone. They have done things that no other team could do. They have won the World Cup 3 times. They're favourites to become 4th time world champions. They've won the Rugby Championship so many times, Tri-Nations so many times, Bledisloe so many times. They've won their Northern Hemisphere games so many times. They are truly an amazing team. Now yes, they have recently lost to Ireland, and a month or two before that South Africa and New Zealand for the first time in many years, making history. The fact that Ireland won in Dublin for the first time is history. But what we mustn't forget is that it's taken so long for them to do it because of how the All Blacks have been so dominant in world rugby. And there's so many reasons why they've been so dominant. First and foremost, the coach. Steve Hansen has done an absolutely stunning job with that team in building the camaraderie between all the team players, the leadership within. He's taken that team and continued to build them and develop them and keep them at a fantastic level. Yes, maybe now they're at a little bit of a weak stage, but do we write them off for that? Hell no. How can you write a team off for losing 2 games in 1 year? Obviously we've still got Italy to come, but I'm pretty much sure that they're going to win that game. But we can never write a team off. You can't. You must be silly. Really, it's impossible after what they've achieved. Secondly, why I say this is because of the leadership. Kieran Reid has achieved a lot. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me he is one of the best. He's a fantastic number 8. He's a fantastic captain. He's really been a part of the Richie McCaw era. He's in his own era. He's been a part of the team. He's led from the front. He's been a great mentor within the team, within the young players, older players, and the camaraderie that is created with that squad has truly been amazing. It really has been amazing to watch. Now yes, they've been fumbled and fuzzled, but what we also forget is when the All Blacks are down and out, they just don't give up. And they did this against Ireland. They didn't give up. They had the opportunities to win, and unfortunately silly errors cost them the game. But if they'd capitalised, they would have beaten Ireland. Now a win is a win, and I'm not going to take anything away because I'm chuffed and happy for Ireland. But one thing's for sure, the All Blacks were on the attack. They were so close to coming back. They were so close to beating South Africa in Eden Park. Yes, they didn't, but they were close. And why? It's because this team has the momentum and the capability to just come back. And that brings me to my next point, the players within the squad. The All Blacks have an amazing amount of players that are so talented. Whether you look at the bench, whether you look at the starting lineup, the depth within that squad is truly amazing. I mean, you've got Sam Cane, who's just been called off injury due to his neck injury. Now you've got Ardie Savea, who's really playing one of the greatest seasons I've seen him play, especially in November. You've got Barrett's, all the Barrett brothers. You've got Whitelock. You've got Damien McKenzie, who's a new upcoming bloke who is looking to be one of the greatest fullbacks in world rugby, in my opinion. You've got Ben Smith, a brilliant, quick wing fullback. Outstanding player. You've got Goodyear, who's really gelling and growing into a fantastic team player. You've got 2 epic scrum halves in AJ, Aaron Smith and TJ Perinara. 2 world-class scrum halves. Owen Franks, King Carl, Cody Taylor, Dane Coles. The list goes on. It is amazing team that they've got, and the depth within from the bench to where they are with this team is truly terrifying. If you're not a fan of the All Blacks, when I say not a fan, when you support your country, it is terrifying. It is intimidating being an opponent because of the players and the depth within the squad. And that's one thing, whether you're an Irish supporter, a South African supporter, an English supporter, a Welsh supporter, Scottish, whatever you support, whoever you support, you've got to remember that the players, the depth, the coaching, the leadership has gotten the All Blacks to the best in the world for a reason, and they've maintained it for 9 years for that exact reason, because they've stuck to their rules, their history, their culture, and everything else. And that is why they are such a brilliant team, and why they are still favourites to win the World Cup. Now, if I look at some stats that have come up, that I've taken online, the All Black statistics. Now, up in 2009, in November, the All Blacks became world number 1, taking it from South Africa. So I've done stats from 2010 to 2018, the last 8 years, obviously not including the Italy fixture. They've played 121 matches. They've won 107 of those. They've only lost 11. We'll get to who in a bit. They've drawn 3. They have a win ratio of 89.66%. That is truly remarkable. And for those exact stats, we cannot write this team off. You can't write them off. I don't care who you are or how much you might want to write them off. You can't. If we look at the teams that they've played in the past 8 years, I've obviously highlighted the championship teams, and I've highlighted the Northern Hemisphere teams, the Six Nations team, including the Lions. If we look at Australia, they've played them 28 times this year, won 22 of those games, only lost 4 and drawn twice. That's 82% win ratio. That is amazing in over the past 8 years. South Africa played 19 times, won 16 of them, lost only 3. 84%. And that's against a South African team that's been up and down within those 8 years. So you got a team that was potentially coming from the World Cup in 2-3 years after that, in 2007 to get to 2010. The Peter de Villiers era, where we beat them in New Zealand, I think, the last time. And then all those other times that have just been up and down. We've always had close battles with the All Blacks, but it's been intense. And the fact that the All Blacks have that history against South Africa and even Australia when they were in their strength is remarkable, guys. It's unbelievable. Versus Argentina, obviously they've played less times because of the championship forming. So 2011 to 2018, they've played 15, won 15, never lost, never drawn. 100%. Truly amazing. Now, yes, Argentina had their scares and their closeness towards the All Blacks, but they could never beat the mighty All Blacks. Why? Because they're just that damn good. Now we go to the Northern Hemisphere. We'll start off with the Lions that obviously took place last year. This wasn't the greatest record for them, probably the lowest out of it. Won 1, lost 1, drawn 1. 50% win ratio. Now we all know the toughness and there's controversies with the cards and all that jazz, but the Lions brought the pressure to the All Blacks and they felt it then, and that is when people were starting to see the All Blacks can be defeated. They can be defeated, and that is the thing that really started the talk of this again. Obviously they've beaten the Lions before that, but I'm going for the past 10 years of past 8 years of rugby. If we go to Ireland, played 9 matches, won 7, lost 2, Chicago and this past Saturday. Drawn none, 77% win ratio. Still, not bad, guys. Really not bad. It's fantastic. Versus England, they've played 8 times, won 7, lost only 1 game. 87.50 win ratio. Now, obviously, in the past 4 years, they haven't played enough, which is criminal. Hopefully, World Rugby get their act together so they can play more fixtures against Eddie Jones's team. But pretty impressive. England were the teams to beat at one stage. The French played 12, won 12, 100% record. Amazing stuff. I just said France. Wales played 9, won 9, lost none, drawn none. Scotland the same, played 4, won 4, and Italy played 2, won 2. Probably going to be played 3, won 3. The All Black stats speak for themselves. Now I know a lot of the Irish fans and English fans, South African fans, all the fans around the world, Australians even, might be a little confident now because we've seen the All Blacks crumble a bit. We've seen them at a weak point. We've seen them under pressure. We've seen them lose. We've seen them knock a ball on to cost them a game. We've seen Kieran Reid fumble up an opportunity to get a try. Remember, this team is only human. They're allowed to make mistakes. But my word, help the team who plays them next when they're this angry, when they're going to be wanting to prove a point. I'm feeling for Italy. I feel for them. I think it's going to be tough. But like I said at the beginning of this video, remember, this coach, the coaching staff, the leadership quality within the team, the players, the player depth. And also, don't forget that they've been number one for the past 9 years. Ireland could take it next year. They could. But can they keep it for as long as the All Blacks have? Can any team in world rugby keep it for 9 years? Personally, I don't think so. And even if South Africa got it next year or year after, I still don't think they'll be able to hold it for 9 years unless a miracle happens. Excuse the wind, guys, it's blowing gales in Port Elizabeth today. So, who are my favourites for the World Cup? Who do I have my odds on? All Blacks for sure. Definite favourites to win. Ireland, of course, because of what they've achieved. I've said it before in a video. Ireland could definitely win. South Africa, definitely opportunity to win. Even England. Eddie Jones has a brain, guys. He knows World Cups well. He's lost World Cups. So he will want to prove a point with England. Can never count out the Wallabies. If they get a new coach, who knows, they could change the whole system. Argentina, Wales are dark horses for me. They can screw over a team anytime during this World Cup and surprise us and maybe get to the semis or even a final. We cannot count these teams out. And then you've got even Scotland, who can definitely cause an upset. And France. So for me, are the All Blacks still favourites to win the World Cup? Of course they are. You'll be silly to write them off. What they've achieved till now has been amazing, and what they still could achieve will be even more amazing. It's been an epic year of rugby, and as a fan, I'm glad the Irish did win, because it brings world rugby back to the excitement. It gives us a hope, if you know what I mean. It gives you the thought that, alright, we're going to see something. It's going to make this World Cup probably one of the best World Cups we've ever seen, because teams are peaking at the right time. Teams are showing some strengths. Teams are not really where they should be, but definitely could be in less than a year time. And that's what makes this World Cup so exciting. And I can't wait to watch it. Wherever you are around the world, what are your thoughts? Do you think the All Blacks are still the favourites? If not, why? Because I'll be interested to hear why you don't think they're the favourites. Because after all they've achieved, they definitely are the favourites. They can be beaten, and they can lose the World Cup, but they're still favourites. Apparently the bookies have written the All Blacks off and gone for Ireland. I think it's a bit too early to make that decision after one result. But anything can happen. I've said this on my channel for so long. Anything can happen to the team that believes in themselves the most. And if Ireland do, Ireland will win. But do not forget what the All Blacks have achieved. Don't forget that. And that's what makes this sport one of the greatest in the world. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Keep it calm, keep it respectful, and I'll see you guys real soon for another video. Predictions of all the games coming tomorrow. Then we got South Africa versus Wales preview, and then recaps, and so on and so forth. Make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up to date with all of them and not miss out on another sporting video. We're almost at 10,000. 300 not to go. Sorry, 400 not to go. Let's do it. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.